Well, we got the drill all hooked up. Got some seed in it. We're supposed to go try her out. Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. We are checking on some fresh cows here. So as you can see, all the little brown pests calved. Catherine doesn't think it's very nice of me when I call them brown pests. I said pets.
No, you said pets.
Yeah, pets.
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 Oh, she's good. 101.4.
See, you can't even tell the difference between what I said. I said the brown pets. But they all calved. They're doing okay for the most part. One went down with milk fever yesterday, but that's what I've heard about Jerseys, is that eventually you need to give them some doctoring. So, but 1 out of 4 ain't too bad. We ended up with 1 bull calf and 3 heifers. So Catherine is excited about that, because that means that there'll be, as long as they all survive, 7 little brown cows running around. Waylon's really been liking them too, I think, just because they're like his size, you know, because after they calved, every day that he went into the calf barn, he had to show us the little calf. So, not that like we didn't know they were there, you know, but he was really excited. It was fun to watch. But yeah, so they all calved. They are perfect Waylon size. They calved. Oh yeah, and you can see we got a free ranger out here. She went swimming. She's a little dirty, but yeah, she decided to take a swim. And another one down there. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why we can never keep cattle in around here, because I mean, these guys they're supposed to be in the dry pen, and they crawl through the feed rail. So I guess that's how they get out. That's the only way I can think of. But yeah, they went for us. They went for a swim. Probably had to cool off. You know, it was a balmy 40 degrees this morning.
It's a little warmer today than it was yesterday.
Yeah, it feels warm with the sun. You guys remember from the details of the dairy episode 4, that calf, not the calf, the cow right there that was like as wide as a Mack truck, she only had 1 calf.
That is rude to say as wide as a Mack truck.
Well, she was. She was.
Okay, Ding Dong is getting things out of the flow.
Is that why you get into trouble? Because you're curious? But anyway, she only had 1 calf. I thought for sure she'd have at least twins, but I guess I was wrong on that.
Lot of fluid.
If you're wondering what Catherine's doing, she's taking temperatures. Cows, you take their temperature rectally. That means...
You can do that on humans too.
Yeah, you do it on like babies, but they don't like it under their tongue like you and I. So
They don't hold still for that.
yeah, they don't hold still for that either. But I'm gonna give a few some pills.
Which one is 1250?
1256 is right here. A couple of these cows got low ruminations, so we'll give them some pills, get their rumens fired up, get all them little rumen microbials jumping in there, digesting food, making them eat more and be healthy. So
Well, I just cleaned out their water, so they should just be...
you clean their water out? Aren't you nice? Cows love clean water too. But yeah, we'll get these pills in them. Beauty of a day out. That means Waylon's got to be on the sand pile. And Daddy's along for the ride. How's it going, big man? You made it back to the sand pile, huh?
Bullying the dogs.
He's bullying the dogs?
Yeah.
Well, that's not very nice. I'd say more like taunting. Oh, good catch, Power. But anyway, yeah, those couple cows are still out. We're just letting them free range for the day. It's good for them. But corn is grinding, so we're just about done with that. It's after dinner time now, so now we really gotta kick her into gear. But spent the morning doing that stuff with the fresh cows, and trying to get that tractor started because the battery was dead. And then I also went and got this no-till drill. So picked this up at our local co-op. They rent them out. So Great Plains. It's just a 10-foot, but beggars can't be choosers. 15 or 20 would be nice, but it's got this little acre meter on there. So right now that's that's your like field meter, I guess. That's the total acres there. So there are only 9.9 acres on it. So I guess we'll see how many acres are on it by the time we get done. We're just spotting stuff in. It's probably gonna be a few acres, but yeah, we're gonna get this corn finished grinding, unload that. We're gonna put the T7 on that drill. Don't need 200 horse to pull a 10-foot drill, but might as well use what you got. So that's what we got going on here. I'm done grinding corn and just about got her unloaded. Good enough. Next group is going to get a little extra more. That'll be fine. Cool thing about this jack is it's actually a 2-speed. So you get her down like that. When you're ready to do your heavy lifting, yeah, push it in, and then it'll lift her up. It doesn't lift too well on the high speed, but high speed's nice for sucking her back up and getting her down to the floor. Well, we got the drill all hooked up. Got some seed in it. We're supposed to go try her out. Dad's been hauling manure like crazy today. I don't know how much he's got out. He's got to have quite a few loads out. 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Makes a dent in the dry cow pit pretty quick. Given they're talking 3 days of rain, gotta get her dropped down a little ways. There's room for all the water in there. Yeah, we're gonna try seeding some alfalfa. Well, here we are, out here drilling. Looks like it's working pretty good, I think. I had a little trouble getting going. I forgot to engage the drive, so that's not ideal. Made a few passes before I realized that was my issue. I really thought I wasn't getting very... I was like, well, shoot, this thing ain't working. Well, then I looked. But you might be wondering why I'm out here in a new seeding field putting more seed in the ground. But if you look around here, there's a lot of bare area out here. And if this was a couple-year-old stand, we'd be looking to rip it out. We'd be looking to spray it off, put corn in it. But this it looks good in some spots, and some spots are pretty bad, so I figured just go across all of it. And yeah, more seed is not gonna hurt it. So here's what it's doing. As long as my fence post GPS is working, we're trying to stay between the rows. Doing a pretty good job of that, I think. We are putting seed just barely into the ground. We're just pressing it in. So that's what you want with alfalfa. It's not a It's not a deep seedling. Not a deep, doesn't like it deep. So there's the seed meter there. This one is opposite of our drill. Our drill, the box is on the front. But oh, I kind of like it having it on the back here. It's pretty nice, I think. So I got it set for around 10 pounds to the acre. That's what it was already set at. I figured, yeah, that'll work. So let's see how we're doing. Looks like we still got seed everywhere. We're a couple acres in. But yeah, pretty nice drill, I think. I think I showed you the acre meter earlier. Let's see how much we got done. We got 1.4 acres covered. So not too shabby. We're just gonna go from here over to the trees. This field does go down that way, but it goes in, it's kind of, the river runs right along the edge here, and that's pretty low on the downside. Up here on the top, it's, you know, it's pretty sandy. It's pretty sandy. You can see a lot of little gravel in there, and you can, I don't know if you guys can tell that on the camera, but that's quite a bit of sand particles there. So that's also why we are able to be on this ground right now, because everywhere else is still a little bit sticky, but here it's almost never that way. So we'll keep on rolling. Well, pretty much done here. And I think my last pass came out about as good as it could. I think I was pretty much right on. I can see kind of like a foot gap there, but I ain't too worried about that. Tools are better. Pop out once here and make sure we got some seed. Lower the drill down so I can crawl my fat butt up there. Make sure we didn't run out. I don't think we did, but nope, we're still good. I adjusted my rate up a little bit because I felt like it wasn't really coming out that fast. Let's see how many acres. How many acres? Oh, right on 5 acres. Well, I guess that math works out. We did about half the field. So here's the field that Dad has been spreading on. Looks like he's getting pretty good coverage. This was also one of the fields I got almost stuck with the spreader in this winter, but we made her out. But looks like he's getting her covered pretty well. That'll be nice. I'm going to be ready to plant early on, I suppose, since we're getting manure on it now. Maybe that'll be the field I get to test my sprayer out in. These are not our sap lines here. My uncles and my cousin, they do some sapping. So they got there's quite a bit of maple trees in this little patch of woods here. They got old bulk tank there. That's actually a Zero is the brand. It's a Zero vacuum tank. So like in our parlor we have vacuum on the milkers, but it all gets dumped into a receiver jar, and then the receiver jar pumps it to the bulk tank. There's no vacuum going to the bulk tank, whereas in old days some milking setups didn't have a receiver jar, and the bulk tank was the receiver jar. Basically, it just didn't pump it anywhere. That's the only place it went, was to the bulk tank. So that's the story on those. So we're gonna spot in just the hilltops here. You can see this field is actually pretty good, but we're just gonna do a little bit of spotting, and then we'll go home and little bit of spotting to do there too, and then we'll be done with this drill for now. Well, I think I got this field pretty well covered. This one was pretty good overall. There's just a few spots that needed it, but it took a lot of time. Because, you know, you drive a few places and you think, it really needs it. Then you start driving through there, maybe it didn't need it, you know. That's the bad part about spot seeding, is where do you quit, you know. Sometimes you're better off to just plan on doing the whole thing, I guess. But I think we got her filled in pretty good. It should be pretty good crop there once we get to it. I think it'll do good this summer. Well, we made it into our last field. I was able to sneak through the ditch because where you supposed to come into the field here, there's a pretty big water run. And it's always wet. So we're right by the farm here. And so this field is a really good field overall. It's just this part of it is a little bit sandy right here because can't really see it too good because of my dirty windows. But that hill right there, it's pretty much shale. We have shale in all these hills here, so not nice black dirt all the way around, but this field has always produced really well. Just this hilltop that I'm on here is the only one that ever really drags down the field average. This is the one place where it will corn will kind of burn up on the, when it gets dry, it'll start to burn up right on this. This is just kind of a knob here. The rest of it makes up for this knob here. So just got a little bit more to do here, and then I think we can unhook from this and get back on the mixer. Well, I think we got that one all done. This is the new driveway I just made. Just kind of go through this. You can just kind of see it's darker there, so figure it's probably wetter. I didn't actually walk out there, but if it's dark, it's usually wet. So yeah, we'll go get this back on the mixer, I guess. Got her unhooked. Now we'll go hook up back on the mixer. Oh, excuse me. Got everything I want to seed right now done. Wanted to get that seed in the ground so that as soon as the weather is good to go, it'll just start growing. So, and alfalfa does like cooler weather for establishing. Almost perfect. We'll still get her to go. And to give her a little help getting in there. Come on. You gotta talk nice to her. Come on, slide in there, Pin. There you go. Faster than a power jack. Two-speed jack with a good windmill arm like mine. Gets done in no time. Hey, should be ready to mix feed. Just gotta double check the hoses. Make sure our scale turns on. I always like how it greets you. Hello. How's it going? Oh, you Digistar, I see. Hoses are all working like they should now. At first, that one only wanted to open about that far. And I don't want to do no more. But then I messed with it a little more and it went. I think I had a hose not hooked up right, but I don't know why I did that. But I think that'll do it for this one. We're just gonna mix feed and feed calves and call her a night. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.